Let me now give you some strategies for more efficiently and effectively testing your Director projects. First, testing in the Director authoring environment is different from testing in the Director projector and Shockwave player environments for online content. The Preview in Browser command demonstrates the true behavior of the movie in the Shockwave environment, so if you're planning to create web content, you'll want to use the Preview in Browser command quite frequently. For example, this movie here has movie in a window thing at a time. You cannot really successfully locate problems if you're testing for more than one thing at a time. If you've got video problems as well as audio playback problems, focus on the audio playback problems first, since it's usually easier to resolve these problems, and you want to focus on only one thing at a time. And my last tip is probably the most useful but the most difficult for most of my students to follow, and that is punt. If you're not a fan of American football, that means give up and try again. This could mean deleting the cast member, deleting the script. In extreme cases, it could mean deleting the entire Director file and starting over. Oftentimes, especially when you're beginning, you'll spend much more time trying to figure out why Director is doing what it's doing than just to delete, start over, try it again, and oftentimes you'll start up on the right path and you'll avoid the problem the second time you run through the implementation. So I know that giving up sometimes hurts your pride and ego, but in many cases it's simply the best thing to do. You might spend 3 or 4 hours trying to figure out what's causing the problem, and then another 3 or 4 hours fixing the problem, rather than just spending 1 hour redoing everything over again. In the end, this tip just saved you about 4 or 5 hours of work. It's always okay to say, you know what, I really don't know what the problem is, I'm just going to start over again. If James can do it with all his years of teaching and working with Director, then I can do it too without feeling ashamed and without really feeling that bad. Just give up, start over again, and you'll probably be better off in the long run. Now let me move on to the next movie, packaging movies for distribution. When you finish authoring your Director movies, you have a choice of several ways to prepare it for distribution. Let me review some of your options at this stage in your Director authoring work.